Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Duckzilla here and welcome back to another video. Okay, so in this video I'm going to be talking about the ban that happened with TYP. Okay, not the iBuyPower ban, the ban that happened with TYP, also known as Team YouPorn. An esports team that is, yes, sponsored by YouPorn, a famous porn site. Loki, you know I found that shit fam. Anyway, this video is about the unfair ban that they received by ESL, the Electronic Sport League. Now, the reason they were banned, we're now on the reason why they were banned, and this is a quote from the people over at ESL saying, "Advertising pornography is not legal in the markets we operate in, and the vast majority of partners we're working with have a strict no drugs, no alcohol, no pornography rules that we contractually taken on board. These aren't the new rules, but ones that have been in our rulebooks for a long time. We have spoken to the Team YouPorn manager earlier this year, and in that conversation we've explained the situation and the rules in detail, and we offered to look for potential alternatives in a bigger group. At the same time, we're consulting with our legal teams about this. We will inform the team and the management as soon as we have any updates." Now, first of all, right, that was a huge paragraph, and I know I messed some words up and I apologise for that. But also, they say that they're working, like, they don't want any adult content sponsors for esports, okay, or as they said, quote unquote, not legal. But they also said that partners have a strict no alcohol rule, and also they said that this rule applies to sponsors widely known for pornography or other adult/mature themes and products, right? So I understand that, right? But what I don't understand is why they're allowing Bud Light, okay, a beer company, to have such a huge impact on esports and letting their teams compete in their leagues. So why I'm bringing this up is because if you guys don't know, Bud Light have got an esports now. They have a lot of esports teams and they're actually funding a lot of events. There was one CS event that was on quite a while ago that I honestly for the life of me can't remember, but there was a huge Bud Light booth there, and Bud Light is alcohol, okay? They said that they have a strict no drugs, no alcohol, no pornography rule, but yet they have alcohol and they're allowing alcohol to have such a huge part in esports. Now, nothing wrong with Bud Light wanting to get into esports, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I understand it's a huge growing market now. There's a lot of actual sports teams now getting into esports, which I might do a video covering that like later on during the week. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments. But with that being said, I don't understand how they can ban Team YouPorn and allow Bud Light to compete for the whole reason they banned Team YouPorn in the first place. The whole reason they banned them was because they're saying their partners have a strict no drugs, no drink, no pornography rule. I mean, come on, does that even make sense? And they allowed gambling sponsors, right? Gambling sponsorships. And I'm pretty sure gambling is for at least 18 plus, at least in the UK anyway, or maybe 21 plus. I actually don't know how it works in the UK, but I'm pretty sure it's 18 plus. And I don't know about anywhere else, right? But that is an adult, gambling is an adult thing, okay? But they're allowing that on esports, they're allowing gambling to have such a huge impact on esports in general. So I mean, that seems a bit unfair to ban Team YouPorn because, right, fair enough, okay, they sponsor pornography, okay, like that, I understand not wanting the words YouPorn written on their jerseys, okay, I completely understand that, because football companies, football teams are sponsored by betting sites, sponsored by alcohol, okay, I understand that, but what I don't understand is what's so wrong with them completely rebranding, because they have spent so much money of the YouPorn people have spent so much money over at the org trying to completely change everything, make TYP completely different from YouPorn. So if you looked up Team YP or if you looked up like TYP, nothing about YouPorn would come up. They tried and spent a lot of their own money trying to figure all that out. They completely rebranded themselves, not even making YouPorn a thing on their logos, on their t-shirts, completely. They spent a lot of money basically trying to get rid of it, and it seems kind of bullshit that they're still not allowed to compete because they're quote unquote funded by them. Now, there's a quote here from TYP's manager Claire Fisher saying, "I'm disappointed that Team YouPorn's growth has been stunned by this decision." Is that what it says? Yeah. "I'm disappointed that Team YouPorn's growth has been stunned by this decision. Not to mention the effect that this will have on our roster of players." Team YouPorn's manager also told us that, well, For some of our participation in esports has been controversial, stopping players from competing because they are sponsored us in spite of Team YP completely operating as a safe for work brand. Clearly separated from any adult content seems unfair to say the least. First of all, I completely agree with that. They have spent so much money, they've worked their complete asses off to please the people over at ESL, but they are getting hit with a swift no nay and smacked about by them. Like, they send them multiple emails with multiple alternatives, spending a lot of their money. So if you google the org, like I said, like nothing to do with porn would come up. And all I have to say is fair play over to the people at TYP. They tried their best to please ESL, but ESL still having none of it, and it just seems pretty unfair to the players and the organisation itself. One of the players from the org, and he plays for the Rainbow Six Siege and Evolve Captain Nightingale, tried his best to stick up for the org, saying, "We feel like this rule has been implemented in direct connection to our sponsors' efforts. It was only created after we started entering ESL Cups and started getting noticed." Okay, and he also went on to say, "What is even more upsetting for my team in particular is that we were worried about these kinds of problems. We decided to be proactive and we asked both Evolve publisher 2K and we asked both 2K and DSL how they felt about our sponsorship, and they were both very happy to accept Team YP as a participant. This leaves us confused on why this ruling has been made. We would love to continue competing with other teams within the ESL while being sponsored. We have always strived not to cause trouble, and we want to follow the rules properly." Sorry, I just had a complete mind fart there. So that's what Nightingale said. So it seems like someone over at ESL just got completely triggered. Okay, like someone was just like, "No, we can't allow this. It was fine beforehand, it was allowed, but now, no, we're not allowed to have it. We're not allowed to have any adult or mature content, but that doesn't exclude gambling sites that are giving us a lot of money, and now Bud Light who are coming in and giving us a shit ton of money, but TYP, even though they completely rebranded themselves for porn, still not allowed." Okay, so it does seem pretty bullshit and pretty unfair to the people over at Team YouPorn. This is a rant that's been going on in my head for quite some time now. You know, I've always been a big fan of TYP. You know, you always see me like hashtag unbanned TYP because I feel like their ban's just not justified, and it seems completely unfair to me, and I just kind of wanted to get this rant out of the way and like out of my head, and you know, just completely out there. So yeah, that's it for this video. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Please tweet this video to the people over at ESL or people over at Team YouPorn and just let them see that it has seemed like they've been royally mugged off. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. I do this.
Oh fuck this.
This. Right, whatever you do, won't let go. You cunt. You're an actual. Where are you? Come here. Stop. I need to go.